For the weekend of June 16, Streamline recommends Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt in the top Netflix spot for the third time. The show also hasn't been knocked out of the top spot on the weekly Streamline ranking of all television. I'm trying to make it clear I loved this latest season, or half season, and you should check it out if you haven't yet. What's new this week? Netflix debuts a new season of The Ranch, but it's a hard pass. These are the episodes where the show writes off Danny Masterson's character. Netflix fired Masterson amid multiple rape accusations in 2017. There's so much great television to watch these days, you do not need this show in your life. So instead, I'd encourage you to watch the new season of Queer Eye. The first season debuted just a few months ago and pretty quickly became a beloved staple of the Netflix lineup. The hosts are incredibly charismatic and the show did a great job of finding ways to make viewers consistently cry by the end of just about every episode. Or maybe I was just crying. Let me know. It may be a bit of Netflix trickery to call these new episodes a second season. Season 1 was just 8 episodes and so is Season 2, but who really cares about how Netflix packages this? The new episodes are just as good as the first batch. Anyway, you can watch the trailer for that series below. And if you want to stay up to date with what to watch on a weekly basis, subscribe to this Streamline newsletter. Queer Eye on Netflix. Queer Eye Season 2 trailer. Top 5 Netflix news items from this week. 1. Shonda Rhimes secured the rights to adapt a viral New York Magazine story about a New York City con woman. Rhimes will write the episodes for Netflix. You should also listen to this podcast interview with the writer of the New York Magazine story, Jessica Pressler, as it's really good too. Speaking of New York Magazine, the latest issue focused on the inner workings of Netflix as a company. The various stories have focused on how the company uses data to determine what to create and market. Interestingly, the company's data did not foresee the end of the F********ing world being a huge hit before it debuted. New York Magazine's culture and entertainment site, Vulture, has also been publishing related stories, such as how Netflix tries to make sure shows don't get lost in promotion cycles. 3. Netflix renewed a deal to keep Anthony Bourdain's show, Parts Unknown, on the service. The company was originally scheduled to remove the show on June 16, but that was before Bourdain's death on June 8. 4. Stranger Things is being adapted into a video game. 5. And Jim Gaffigan explained why he decided not to partner with Netflix on his latest comedy special despite Netflix being the go-to place for comedy specials right now. Random Netflix tweet. The Netflix Twitter account is one of those try-hard media brands that like to make jokes. Streamline will present one a week without comment. BRB changing my name to Netflix. Netflix US, at Netflix, June 11, 2018. One weird thing: Netflix's first foray into creating a comic book has already become the most popular pre-order debut in nearly 20 years. The Magic Order is about a family of magicians that is under attack. The comic is now available to purchase. Streamline includes related reading below the show recommendations, as well as a list of other shows and movies joining the service this week. Note, this list only includes shows that debuted their most recent episode less than a year ago. Much like the main list, it prioritizes newness. Eric Leibowitz, Netflix. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt Season 4, Part 1 release, May 30, 2018. The 5-word plot: woman slowly finds her way. Pro. This might have the most solid jokes per minute of any show out there right now. As this show comes to a close, it's still as strong as ever. Con, episodes are probably slightly too long and often could use some tightening. The humor can be overly zany for long stretches in which it fails to ground itself to make the jokes work. Saeed Adiani, Netflix. Arrested Development Season 5 Part 1 release, May 29, 2018. The 5-word plot: family struggles to stick together. Pro: the original iteration of Arrested Development is one of the best shows of all time. The new jokes are still strange and unique after all these years. Con: this is probably the worst season. Characters used to make some sense, but now everyone is a cartoon character. Plus, the whole Jeffrey Tambor controversy hangs over this. Eddie Chen, Netflix. Dear White People Season 2 release, May 4, 2018. The 5-word plot: college students struggle with racism. Pro: one of the most accurate portrayals of contemporary young adult life. Also has much to say about the resurgence of vocalized racism in America and does so with nuance. Con: directing choices don't always allow the characters to be believable, but this heavy-handedness still kind of helps emphasize important points. Murray Close. LGBTQ representation is also very strong. Con: pretty much everything about the show is extremely ridiculous. Sometimes good comes out of this, but more often it's bad. This is so heavy-handed it often feels like high schoolers are running the show. Fabio Effuso, Netflix. Collateral Season 1 release, March 9, 2018. The 5-word plot: crime thriller in contemporary London. Pro: it's a compelling watch that stays fun with a constant sense of humor. At just a few episodes, Collateral resembles one long movie. Con: at times it certainly feels like yet another crime thriller. Ben Blackall. Safe Season 1 release, May 10, 2018. The 5-word plot: familial violence shocks gated community. Pro: the pulpy mysteries at the root of the show make this the streaming equivalent of a page-turning beach read. Con: everything it does well here is done better by other shows. This is a visceral watch that ultimately isn't that intellectually stimulating and deserves a few eye rolls along the way. Per Arneson. The Rain Season 1 release, May 4, 2018. The 5-word plot: survivors rebuild after deadly virus. Pro: it has a pretty decent virus genre storyline, which tends to be a crowd pleaser. The pace of the plot is extremely quick. Con: this is pretty melodramatic and the dialogue can be cringeworthy. It's also one of those infuriating tales where characters act like idiots and cause their own trouble. Suzanne Hanover, Netflix. Love Season 3 release, March 9, 2018. The 5-word plot: couple sometimes loves each other. Pro: the show depicts relationships in a generally more realistic, mundane way that's strangely compelling. Con: because not much happens plot-wise, the show occasionally forces characters to act irrationally, which is frustrating to watch. More Netflix stories: 5 Netflix shows to watch if you like The Walking Dead, 5 Netflix shows to watch if you like The Office, 5 Netflix shows to watch if you like The Crown, and here are the shows and movies arriving on Netflix through the rest of this week. June 16, Grey's Anatomy, Season 14, in Bruges. June 17, Club de Cuervos presenta La Balada de Hugo Sanchez, Netflix original. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5, June 18, Encerrados, June 19, Hannah Gadsby, Nanette, Netflix original. June 22, Brain on Fire, Netflix film. Cooking on High, Netflix original. Darren Brown, Miracle, Netflix original. Heavy Rescue, 401, Season 2, Netflix original. Marvel's Luke Cage, Season 2, Netflix original. Us and Them, Netflix film. June 23, Disney's Tarzan, download.